This is your Universal Islands of Adventure 2022 Park Planning Guide. We're going to take you through all the rides, let you know which ones you must go on, which ones are good to go on, and which ones you can just skip. And we might have some food tips along the way and some other tips too. Come on along. Next on Tom May TV. Okay, the adventure begins today. Adventure guide just to the right when you come in. And in we go. Islands of Adventure is really come the last years because of two reasons. Hagrid's Magical Motorbike Adventure and the Velocicoaster. Those things are unbelievable and have taken this park to a whole nother level. This makes it the adult park. Don't bring your whiny little kids in here. that's how. Don't bring the whiners in here. We need only tough kids coming to Islands of Adventure. That's what it takes. So, I mean, 3 unbelievable premier rides. The Hulk, Hagrid's Magical Motorbike Adventure, and of course, the greatest roller coaster on the planet Earth. The most thrilling, the best thing out there is the Velocicoaster. If you can go on the Velocicoaster, you are doing something. Right while we pass by it, good place to go for a sit down, dinner, lunch. Best place in the park is Mythos. I'll show you that when we get by it. Never had a bad meal in there. The Grotto of the Gods is fantastic. Let's start today's video with Seuss Landing. So, if you've got little kids, this is your place. This is your photo spot. This is your photographer to take the pictures. Fantastic, thank you, Natalie. Seuss Landing, super great for little kids. A little kid staple is to go over here to Green Hags and Ham and have something to eat. Probably don't want to miss on that. Little kid stuff everywhere. I'm not going to take you through it. Not sure if you got little kids, but if you do, there's a tremendous amount to do over here. And I mean, look left, look right. There's all kinds of stuff back in, all kinds of stuff to see. So little kids rides, the Cat and Hat, gotta do it. You'll like it. 1 fish, 2 fish over there. Kind of like the twirl and hurl on the other side, but less twirling and less hurling on that ride. There's your Cat and Hat. There's your 1 fish, 2 fish. Red fish, blue fish. A 5-minute wait. I won't do it. It's too long. The carousel is down, and you know, I don't know that I've seen any info on when that thing's coming back. But when I do see that, I will pass that along. Great kids area because it is completely decked out. Completely decked out. I wonder if we can grow those trees in our backyard. I'm gonna see if there's any seeds at Lowe's. So I'm gonna get over there. See if we can get some of those. You know, there's some walk-up food choices. There's ice cream over here. The High in the Sky Seuss Trolley train ride. Super great for little kids. Plenty of stores, plenty of shirts like Thing 1, Thing 2, all kinds of themed fun merch. Grinch is out. There's usually, the Grinch can show up at any time, or at Christmas time. This is great because the gang from Whoville's out here all the time. But Mulberry Street store, highly recommend it. Lots of photo ops. And that is Seuss Landing. Fun for the whole family if you got a whole family of little kids. If you're big kids, skip it. Okay. The aforementioned Mythos restaurant, which has super high ratings, and I gotta tell you, I've eaten here a lot, and they deserve it. The Grotto of the Gods. It's a super cool inside theming. Awarded the best themed park restaurant, theme park insider. Although that banner's been up as long as I can remember. I don't know if they won that rank, so that's every year. But never you mind, it's fantastic. Go in there for a sit-down meal if you can. If you don't get a reservation, you're not getting in, because it's not gonna happen. Let's look at Poseidon's Fury. This has been closed for some time, and they've done a bunch of painting here. Wow, they're spiffing this thing up. There's a little character meet and greet. Poseidon's Fury. I gotta tell you, I was not that happy because this isn't very good ride. Experience, I should say. It's not a ride, it's kind of a show. There's a part where you walk through a tunnel of water that goes up over you, and you know, the ending is on old technology. So maybe when they put this back together, I'll definitely be there. I will definitely go through and let you know what's happening with this thing. But I was hoping they were gonna do like a Lord of the Rings or something that just would have been, I mean, Lord of the Rings would have been Harry Potter-like. It would have been worthy of a giant land, right? But they didn't do it. So we got Poseidon Fury. When's it gonna open? No idea. So before, Poseidon's Fury was a skip it. I'm just telling you to skip it. It ain't worth it. We'll have to wait and see after the refurbishment. Can't pass by the Kebab House. Doc Segura's Desert Kebab House. I've had about everything here, I think. Yep, I've eaten everything here. And it's great. And before supply chain problems, it used to be affordable, but my gosh, I think the chicken kebabs were $9.50 before, and now they're, holy cow, they've gone up a ton. So still good, and still one of the more affordable meals in the park. I should say meals. It's it'll get you through. If you're starving, you need to do something else, but this will get you through to the next meal. So we're at the Hogsmeade station, and that takes you to London and King's Cross. This is a absolute must-do. It would be the last thing you do in this park before you go over to Universal Studios, Hollywood Studios, and it's great. It's a must-do, and it's a must-do to ride it over and ride it back at some point, because it's different both ways, and there's different things to do in the queue both ways. So you should do that. It's a must-do. Walking through Hogsmeade, no matter how hot it is out, with the snow on the roofs, it makes you feel a little cooler. Of course, it's February, so it's a little cooler as it is. It's 70, what is it now? It's 73 degrees. That's not cool at all. Gotta love Florida in winter.
Look at Grammy. I mean, look at Papa. He's taking a picture.
We've got butterbeer. If you want candy, there's honeydukes. 3 broomsticks to eat. Cool experience. 50-minute wait right now on one of the best rides in parks, and that's Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. 50 minutes is fantastic. You have to put everything in a locker. It is an awesome ride. It's an absolute must-do. And if you do not do Hagrid's, you did not come to Islands of Adventure. So this ride is not just one of the best rides at this park. It's one of the best rides in theme parks on the planet Earth. I mean, it is that good. You can see that one person rides on the motorcycle and the other in the sidecar. But it is an absolute blast. And if you've never ridden it, you cannot guess what's going to happen to you on this ride. This is an absolute must-do and one of the highest ratings ever. So Hogwarts, this ride is worth it just to walk through the queue. So this is Forbidden Journey and takes place in the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. If you're not sure you can fit, they have a ride vehicle to try, and it'll give you the green light if you're wondering if you can fit. So go ahead and do that. Looks like about, I don't know how tall to ride this. I think it's 42 inches because of that ride vehicle. This ride has a tendency to make people feel a little queasy. That ride vehicle takes you all over the place, and it's a pretty cool experience, although it does have the tendency to make people a little queasy. Now, there's not a tremendous amount of people in the park today, and that's why there's only a 10-minute wait. But of all the thrill rides, this would typically be the least amount of time ever because of the queasiness factor. People know it's going to get you. So there you have it. For me, it's an absolute must-do. If you've done it before, you could definitely skip it, but it's good to do if you have the time. If rides make you queasy, then you need to skip this one. Okay, we're up the flight of the Hippogriff, and this is a smaller person's, younger person's roller coaster. But that's where it ends. This thing whips pretty good. Rhonda May lost a hat in there. There's a really nice hat in there somewhere. And, you know, it's quite a hill, and it's a lot faster than you think it is. But if your kids aren't quite up to the Velocicoaster, maybe you can get them on this one. Welcome to Jurassic Park. The Velocicoaster it is. In my opinion, and once again, the only opinion that matters on this vlog is mine, because I'm the only one talking. This is a ripper. If you ride this thing and can hold your hands up the entire time, I give you all the credit in the world, because that's doing something.
Thank you for visiting the Universal Orlando Resort. Face coverings are required indoors, but all attractions
The Velocicoaster. In my opinion, the best roller coaster I've ever ridden, and I've ridden a lot of them. I think it's the best thing on the planet. Only a 25-minute wait here on February, beginning of February. A beautiful day here. This thing is awesome. It is a must-do max. But there's a problem, because a lot of people are afraid to ride this thing. And you know, there's a lot to be afraid of. For instance, look at the lap bar. That's what holds you in. It is, you know, some might say that's not a lot. I will tell you, I've ridden it, I don't know, 25 times now. It's plenty to lock you in, but it's kind of a pretty cool sensation, because you're upside down a bunch on this ride. You're zero gravity, you're upside down for extended periods of time. That lap bar is all you got. So pull it down tight and then give it an extra little push, because you're gonna need it. This is a must-do in my opinion. Don't wimp out. Find the courage somehow. Find the courage. Even if you need to hit the backwater bar before you get over here. An absolute must-do. Velocicoaster, best ride on the planet. I think they think it's the best ride on the planet. Adventure is a water ride, and most of the water rides round about this time of year are closed for refurbishment, but they do run them. I think one or two might be closed and the other ones are going. You know, it's January and February. I mean, it's not, there are days where it's cold, but you can almost run them every day in Florida. And you know, so I won't cover the water rides too much in this vlog, because it's either a water park, it's a water ride day for you in the summer, or it's not. So you can decide that. You know, all the rides are good, and some get you wetter than others, but it's just, you have to decide if it's a water ride day or not. Let me turn this around and see if we can catch a splash here. It doesn't really get you that wet. There's other ones that are worse. See, most of them made it out of there without getting much of a drop. I might have got wet from the mist more than they did on that thing. Okay, over here in Camp Jurassic is the Padronodon Flyers. And what you need to know here is it's a 2-person at a time ride. And what happens here is you have to have a kid to ride it. This can be a very long wait. So you have to be 56 inches tall to ride it. Well, no, that's not right. So a kid, so the definition of a kid is below 56 inches tall but above 36. Okay, so you have to be above 36 to ride and below 56 to be a kid. Now then an adult can go with you, so you've got to have one kid and one adult per flyer, and that's how they do this. So 2 adults cannot ride this, so they keep that very strict. So don't be disappointed if you're not matched up with a kid that's the right height. You ain't going. Okay, here you can see what happens. We got an adult and we got a kid in the front. That's usually how they do it. And the kids just love it. Must do if you got a kid over 36 and under the limit there. And they just enjoy this. So our granddaughter Adriana, this is her favorite ride. This is her favorite ride. Wow. So we're up to Skull Island, Reign of Kong. Absolute must do. And fun for the whole family. No limits. You can take whoever you want on that. So I shouldn't say that. There is a, you gotta be that tall to ride, which isn't very tall. But Kong Skull Island is it's a good one. It's a really good one. It'll surprise you. You're all in a great big ride vehicle, but what happens and what you're surrounded with is fantastic. Full POV video back in Tom A TV. If you wanted to see it and spoil the fun, I suggest you don't do that. But you get in a big truck, a big ride vehicle, and here comes one. And you drive up to where you enter the caves and the adventure. So here comes the ride vehicle, and you can see how big it is. And what happens to all the cats in there is pretty cool. This is an absolute must-do. Just seeing those guys go by, maybe not knowing what's going to happen to them, is pretty cool. So you got to get on this thing. Had to stop here at Wimpys because, quite frankly, this is the best hamburger in the park. Best hamburger at Universal. And I can tell you now that I've had every single one, this is the best hamburger at Universal Studios or Islands. Right here at Wimpys. Catch it if you need a burger. It's great. Yeah, here at SpiderMan, just like Transformers at the other park, it's a must-do if you're into the franchise. 3D ride, same ride vehicle as Next one I'll take you to right here is Dr. Doom's Fear Fall. And it is a thrill ride for sure. And it's a tower drop. You've seen these many times. You've probably ridden a bunch of them. Oh. So let me show you Dr. Doom's Fear Fall right there. There's the towers. And I gotta be honest with you, I have never ridden Dr. Doom's Fear Fall at Islands of Adventure. And the reason is it just never got there. You know, I just don't care. I've ridden all kinds of these, and I've ridden them that were much higher. So it just doesn't do it for me. So you know, I don't know if this is your thing. I guess it makes it a good to do. If you're afraid of heights, you'd probably skip this one. I'm skipping it. Just not that good, everybody. To the last ride of the day, the Incredible Hulk Smash. The Hulk roller coaster, definitely a must-do, and you're gonna be upside down a lot. Here comes Hulk Smash. Great ride. I mean, this thing rips. The ride I skipped was Storm Force Accelerator back there. Yeah, you don't need to. I think that's if you had little kids, you go on that, but no way. I wouldn't waste your time. The Incredible Hulk coaster, super duper worth it. You must do it. Now look at those restraints right there. Let me show you. I'm gonna turn this thing around and show you these restraints. When you get on this thing, you pull this thing down. When it starts going, push your head all the way back in the seat, right? You don't ride like this, because this thing has a violent shake to it. And this thing will bob your head back and forth between here to where you get off and you got a headache. So when you ride this thing, push your head back and hold it there and save yourself from getting the headache. But besides the headache, if you do it wrong, the Incredible Hulk coaster, absolute must-do. So just to sum it all up, Islands of Adventure is just a must-do park in Orlando. And on that perfect 7-day vacation that everybody has, there goes Hulk. Hulk in the foreground and Velocicoaster in the back there. It's just a must-do. So if I had to kill one of the Disney parks, if I had to not go to one of the Disney parks, I'd probably skip Animal Kingdom and come to Universal, get a 2-day pass, and go ride the must-dos like Velocicoaster, Hulk, Forbidden Journey, Hagrid's, over Gringotts, and just have a great time on the 2 days on doing both parks in one day. You might want to get the fast pass for that. the Express Pass at Universal, because it's well worth it. And you can easily, if you had a Fast Pass, you could easily get through both parks in one day. Not riding every single ride, no, but every single ride that matters, yes, you can absolutely do it. My son Chad and my grandson Narelle, they did it this summer. They got a Fast Pass and they rode every ride in the park that mattered. Not every ride, but every ride that mattered. So it can be done, and Universal's really coming on. It's quite a park. They're gonna open the new park that they have. Not in 2022, but in 2023. And then it's going to be a 3-park franchise with 1 water park, which is Volcano Bay. And very much looking forward to that in 2023. Super Nintendo World, more Harry Potter, just all kinds of stuff over there. But that's the 2022 Islands of Adventure guide. Where else would you rather be than learning about Islands of Adventure for 2022 by watching some Tom A TV?